Welcome to Chicken Trials Part 24. This time around we're going to be experimenting with the cooking temperature, and we're also going to be doing a very important experiment on making the batter stick on better. Before I forget to mention, we have brined this in salt, sea salt, and water here for about 24 hours now. We're fixing to begin chopping it up, but we was wanting to let you know that this is a Heritage Farm chicken we just got down there at the local grocery store. In this dry mix here, we've added 1.5 tablespoons of sea salt, 2 cups of the white wheat flour, and 2 tablespoons of the dry egg yolk powder, and 1 tablespoon of pepper. And we are just going to be putting the legs in this one. Our other pot, we're just going to be using 2 cups of the white wheat flour, and we're going to be using 1 tablespoon of the dry egg yolk. And that is all for the dry ingredients. Alright, our wet ingredients is going to be nothing but water. Our temperature is only at around 230, so it'll be a while, but we're going to let the batter sit on these for a little bit. Alright, time for the legs, and this will be done in the separate pot here with different ingredients. Okay, now all we're doing is waiting on the oil to heat up. We're just going to let this chicken here sit in the pans here, both of them.
And the flour.
And I'm going to keep some flour on top of them.
Because our other pan mostly is in use.
Yes, it is. And we're still on the wait and hold procedure, waiting for our temperature to reach 300 degrees.
Yeah, and we have a wire grate on the bottom where the chicken won't be setting on the bottom of the pot. It's raised up about, I think, a ½ inch or more. Alright, seasoned grease, unfiltered, would not come up to temperature, so we had to turn it up to 5.
And I'm at work on the gravy.
Oh, I lost my stopwatch. Let me go find it. Alright, we're at go time.
In case you couldn't see, putting these in at 300 this time. And the 2 legs that were done differently. Alright, here I'm going to get these thermometer out of here.
What did it drop down to?
Right now it's on 290.
Alright.
I'm fortunate enough to be able to see the legs there. So So I know when the browning's about ready.
Okay, 132, and we ain't slapped no cap on there real fast.
That's always a good sign.
And we're leaving the dial on 5. New grease, seasoned grease, big difference.
Yep, big difference in that.
Look at here, we went with the 2 mark here. We're on 2 minutes.
Oh, I think we can easily hit 3 from what I'm looking at down there. See that how white that is?
Uh-huh.
Make sure the top of your pressure pot is cleaned off of all flour that may have accidentally got on it. Make sure it seals properly. Oh yeah.
Now I think we'll reach the 3 and 4 minute mark of browning.
I'm pretty sure. That's got a ways to go before it gets even halfway browned. Which when we were cooking at higher degrees there, from what I've seen, you only really wanted to get it about a quarter of the way brown, and then you had to get that top on or you were pulling out really overly darkened chicken. At a lower degree here, you want to, from what I seen last time on the trial, you'd want to get it to 3/4 of the color you want it to be and put the lid on. We will be cooking this 11 minutes once it's brown, with the valve completely closed the entire time. And cooking on 5 setting.
Okay, it's 4 minutes. I tell you what now. Got your new tones?
Yes, got them right here. That ain't quite there yet.
Boy, tell you what, we may be too low of a temperature.
He just, well everyone, we've never had this problem before.
We sure ain't.
We were always,
5 minutes.
if you've been following the series, we were always, quick, get the lid on it, get the lid on it. Ah, too brown. We had 6 minutes?
6 minutes. And it ain't brown yet.
None of them's overly brown, I'll tell you that. None of them. I think it could easily pull 7 here.
I'm just going to be right off the bat and say that 300 is a little low.
Maybe.
Right off the top of my head. But I bet you it's going to be done.
Last time with brand new grease, we cooked at 320 degrees when we put it in the brown, with the oven temperature on 4.5. For the oven setting, I should say, dial on 4.5. So between 3 and 320 is that big of a difference because the oil is seasoned.
Taking too long.
That's starting to get about the color. Finally.
Where's the wing?
There's a wing.
The batter fell off of it or not?
Can't tell. See if I can allocate another piece. That's the breath. About halfway.
9 minutes.
That's looking a good color. Let's go ahead and put the lid on.
I don't think it's brown enough.
You sure?
It ain't brown enough.
Get going at it. That's pretty decent.
Alright, whatever you think. Fixing to be 10 minutes here.
Well, we'll put it on right at 10 minutes. And the way I do the lid, it'll be on the 10-minute mark when it's going.
And that's how you close the valve. We found that out also.
Yep. 11 minutes.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Chicken
I'm
time.
not going to turn the dial off this time. I'll turn this off.
You mean move it?
Yeah, let's go with that now. Not much pressure come out of her. What? That can float around in there a little bit longer.
Yes, that's white.
And not white, but certainly not the acquired hopeful color.
You can have stopwatch.
I don't know if it's just me, but I can't work a stopwatch well. I hit the button once and it goes 5 or 6 times, and I don't know.
Does the same thing to me. It's too sensitive. Need a manual. The old manual one.
I am curious to see the
Yeah, me too.
wow.
Big difference there.
Is that 230?
Yep. 230. We either get it too hot or not enough.
We're all about the extremes here on the chicken trials.
That's okay. We bought another one for tomorrow night. Can't believe that temperature's at on 5.
Went down drastically. Come in at 300 and it dropped to 230. Well, we'll keep the clock running and we'll get back with you. It looks like it's going to be a while.
Okay, we just flipped that up on 9. Gotta get some action here. It's called I Want My Chicken Brown. Just flipped it on high. I see it browning in there now.
Yes, sir. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and
Get
turn
the
that off.
temperature down.
Temperature, what is that on? 330? Get these little legs out. I mean, wings. I tell you though, no problem with the batter.
Oh yeah, that's stuck on there like a glove.
Yes, sir. You have to beat that off. some new tones here as well this time around. I like these a little better. They don't seem to be mauling it as much.
Last piece.
Yes, sir. A little thigh action. We're going to get this over here and get the thermometer in it as always.
That thing ain't done, ain't nothing done.
That thing, it jumped over 180 going to 200.
Yeah, that thing's in a race.
Yippee! It said. Oh, look at that one's flying up there like it's a NASCAR. 180 heading to 200. That one went past 200 and now it's over at 210. And this one's approaching 200 and still flying.
Although,
I say they're done.
I'm glad I sharpened the chainsaw. I might have to have that demon. I don't know.
Okay, it's taste test time.
That fan may be messing with it.
Oh, plug this fan. Gets hot in here when you're brewing all this chicken. Boy, that looks nice now, don't it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, the inside's got a great taste. Mm-hmm.
Really? Well, it ought to with 9 hours. Okay,
Now it's getting a little dry though.
time to eat.
Alright, what we tried this time differently and we've been wanting to try is to put this in the oven, which we're fixing to do here. Or as you're hearing this, we already have at 375. And we're going to try and bake this for 10 minutes, covered in aluminum foil. What a mealy little 10 minutes done for.